Liebe Freunde, jetzt willkommen zurück hier zu... Scheiße, ist das noch? Ah ja, Little Orpheus. Jetzt nächste Level, Level 7. Metagalaktikus Interiorus. So, starten wir. Gucken wir, wie es wird. Was passiert, wenn unser Gegner ist? Ach ja, wir sind ja im Weltraum. Oder ziemlich weit oben im Himmel. Nein, scheinbar im Weltraum. Er ist schwerelos. Kommt eine Rakete. Oder sowas. Ein Hund. Laika. Aber die war doch tot, oder? Die ist doch gestorben, oder wurde eingeschläfert?
I am sure of it. That spirited little dog saved me.
Laika saved you in her little space machine.
I believe the correct term is capsule, General.
Don't push your luck any further, Ivan Ivanovich. I fear it might snap.
Oh, my apologies, General. In my excitement to explain what I discovered on the far side of the Metagalaktikus Interiorus, I got carried away. And it happened like this.
Ja, den brechen wir ab.
A rocky moon. It's the center of the Earth.
The source of all creation, General. A place where time flowed like rivers, and boulders of raw matter rained like comets upon the cratered rock.
Another miraculous escape from death. Another happy accident.
It was no accident, General. Laika took me there entirely deliberately. I'm sure of that. She continues to be a heroine and a savior and protector of our great nation.
Und jetzt? Haut's wieder ab, oder was? Ich meine, die wurde damals... Entweder ist sie gestorben... Ich weiß wohl... Die haben ja diverse Hunde hochgeschickt und viele sind gestorben aus halt Panik und Überlastung und so weiter. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob es bei Laika genauso war oder ob sie die hinterher eingeschläfert haben.
No, General.
Okay.
Not. She's very much alive and happy and currently living several miles below our feet.
Laika is dead, Ivan.
She most certainly is not, General.
This is the real world, Tovarish. A world where you did not go to the center of the Earth and Laika died in orbit.
In my world, General, Laika is still alive.
A better world, some may argue. Very well. I will live in your world for a while longer, but time is running out.
Ah, yes, time, General. I was just coming to that.
So, hier ist also die Schwerkraft nicht ganz so hoch, weil Mond und so, ne?
There in the distance it stood, enveloped in a mighty time storm. The world clock, General. The beating heart of all history. The axis mundi, the pillar of the world.
Not enough to conquer Russia by drilling back to the surface with his magical mind-controlling atomic radio set then.
No, General. You see, what if he could fuse Little Orpheus directly with the world clock? Then his message would radiate with every tick and every talk. He would not simply be the Tsar. He would be the Tsar of all time, the eternal tyrant. The literal incarnation of everything our glorious revolution stood to overthrow.
Was jetzt? Ah, da ist die... Nee. Wir machen jetzt Zeitsprünge, oder?
Kenny, General. But it was somehow different. I felt no cold. The waves were motionless. Indeed, it was as if I had stepped free of those rivers of time and stood on entirely motionless ground. And there in the distance...
What?
Debris from Tsarya and tall slave mines had washed up here, almost as if I were meant to find it. And there, amongst it, the winking of steel led me to a blasting cap. And a plan began to form.
Eine interessante Geschichte zumindest. Oh, Kometen!
The terrain was ferocious. Explosive eruptions of fire and heat.
Whoa.
Thunderous emissions and lethal gases.
Much like your cousin Pavel, perhaps, as a result of consuming all of those stolen eggs.
Aha! General, you have been listening after all!
Whoa. Na? Das da vorne wird auch gleich getroffen. Ja, das konnte man schon sehen, dass da was passiert. Ich bin noch gesprungen. Wo war das Problem? Na komm, wo ist der Trigger? Ah, jetzt hat's geklappt. Müssen wir da hinten jetzt eigentlich hin, oder was, zu dieser Weltenuhr? Und hier nochmal. Hoppa. Und nochmal. Oh, und hoch. Und er hat gespeichert. Könnte also gleich wieder irgendwas passieren. Bin auf jeden Fall schon ein bisschen näher dran.
Agartha again. But why?
You are stalling, comrade. The clock is ticking.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Of course. In a flash of inspiration, I understood. It was all wrong, you see, General.
That we can agree on.
We should never have gone to the center, because without Little Orpheus, Toll could not have become the tyrant he had. The rocket drill was his means to reach the world clock, but it was Little Orpheus that enabled him. And the time itself, the world clock itself, was determined to make matters right.
With a little help from you, of course.
Merely a simple pawn in a game played upon a cosmic scale, General. But a pawn who understood that he was being given a second chance to grab a chunk of the explosive resin that wondrous city was built upon.
So, jetzt kommen wir wieder zurück wahrscheinlich. So, wir haben ja das Eis jetzt wieder erlebt. Jetzt in den Dschungel müssen wir noch
The
rein.
river of time roared past me, carrying the weight of the whole of history with it.
Even for you, this is a stretch. Our time is almost up. I have to submit my report within the hour.
Time, General. Time was nearly up indeed. That ancient and magical river that carried me along was surely moving inevitably towards some kind of end.
Guck mal, das sind riesige drehende Schlüssel. Oh nein. Das Ganze erinnert mich irgendwie an so eine Konzeptzeichnung für Guild Wars. Für eine Erweiterung, die sie nie gemacht haben damals. Da sollte es auch um Zeit gehen. Ach, warum falle ich da wieder runter? Halt, das war doof. Oh, ich muss gleich wieder drauf. Ja, der Stein ist zu schnell weg. Und ich komme dann nochmal wieder. Oder wartet irgendwo auf mich da hinten?
Enough. No more, Privalov. No more stories. No more lost worlds and space dogs. I'm full of it. It is nearly midnight, and you have not given me the adequate explanation for the whereabouts of Little Orpheus and the atomic bomb.
But, General, I am about to tell you what happened when I finally caught up with the villain Toll.
I do not care, Tavarish. I simply do not care. You have worn me down, and it is time to call a halt to this. I bear you no malice, comrade. In many ways, I admire you, but time is running out.
Yes, General, yes. Time. Because it was time itself that suddenly appeared to be on my side.
Und wo komme ich jetzt hin? Ja, jetzt sind wir wieder im Dschungel, da wo der T-Rex war. Okay, muss schon in die andere Richtung.
Perhaps the world clock was so impressed with your egg-wearing antics it decided to return you to Plutonia for a second attempt. I would strongly suggest you cut to the chase.
The chase, yes. The pursuit of Toll and Little Orpheus. I stood there with the resin fragment in one hand and the blasting cap in the other, and then, just like that, a clock began to ring.
The world clock?
No, General, an alarm clock. My Slava alarm clock, in fact, given to me by Auntie Marsha.
The one who married the beef investigator.
The very same. And the moment I saw that clock, I knew what I had to do.
Ich sehe gar keine Uhr. Ich habe nur wieder so einen leuchtenden Ball gesehen.
I'm waiting.
A bomb, General. A bomb to destroy a bomb.
So, you decided to build a bomb, eh? A bomb to destroy Little Orpheus.
It was a simple plan, really, General.
Yes, you are very fond of your simple plans.
So, wieder zurück in der, ich sag mal, normalen Welt. Da haben wir die Rakete oder den Bohrer.
It was the last time I was to see those poor enslaved men on my journey. As they scurried in agitation around the base of the rocket drill, now a dreadful weapon of war in the hands of a madman, I was reminded of my mother.
Your mother looked like a Mienf? That is extremely disrespectful, comrade.
No, I meant I was raised by my mother from an early age, of course. My childhood memories of my father were all too brief.
You are rambling, Comrade Privalov. Time is running out. Diani Rezinovi.
Time will run out for us all, General, will it not? And it ran out for my father on the shores of Volga.
Your father fought at Stalingrad?
He did, General.
So did I.
Well, so you see, General. Perhaps we are just the same, you and I. Perhaps we are all just Menkf in the end.
Ding Dong, gucken, wo kommen wir jetzt hin? Wüste? Ah, im Wal sind wir jetzt.
Possible
Okay.
use in the construction of a bomb could be found in the belly of a giant whale. Were you perhaps planning on using a worm as a fuse?
That would be ridiculous, General.
I would hate to undermine your otherwise entirely plausible. What possible use in the construction of a bomb could be found in the belly of a giant whale? Were you perhaps planning on using a worm as a fuse?
That would be ridiculous, General.
Schon wieder. Scheiße. Einige Hitpoints, oder wie nennt man das hier, sind schlecht gesetzt.
What possible use in the construction of a bomb could be found in the belly of a giant whale? Were you perhaps planning on using a worm as a fuse?
That would be ridiculous, General.
I would hate to undermine your otherwise entirely plausible account.
You forget, General. The belly of the beast was full of shipwrecks. And on one of them, I was bound to find what I was looking for. Fuse wire.
Comrade, yes, you'd forgotten all about the fuse until I reminded you, hadn't you?
General, your cynicism is unbecoming to a man of your rank and stature.
Hat er jetzt die Sachen alle eingesammelt, da die er haben wollte? Und man hat es nur nicht gesehen, oder wie lief das jetzt hier bisher? Knapp, aber geschafft.
The clock was now ticking, General. Literally. I was surrounded by time, immersed in it, floating along a river of it on a raft made of history, seeking...
Ich hätte nicht runterspringen sollen. Was ist jetzt los hier?
The clock was now ticking, General. Literally. I was surrounded by time,
Das ist gerade ein Bug.
immersed in it, floating along a river of it on a raft made of history, seeking the next moment of opportunity to hurtle backwards amongst those lost worlds.
I am a patient man, Tavarish. I lost 3 toes in the winter outside Sharkovskaya in 42. A drunken dentist removed 2 frostbitten toes and 1 perfectly healthy one. You may therefore consider me a man blessed with an uncommon level of endurance for discomfort.
I hate visiting the dentist. My uncle Vanya was a dentist, and he was a deeply strange man. Not...
Oh komm, ich war so sehr am Lesen da oben, dass ich wieder mal...
The clock was now ticking, General. Literally. I was surrounded by time, immersed in it, floating along a river of it on a raft made of history, seeking the next moment of opportunity to hurtle backwards amongst those lost worlds.
I am a patient man, Tavarish. I lost 3 toes in the winter outside Sharkovskaya in 42. A drunken dentist removed 2 frostbitten toes and 1 perfectly healthy one. You may therefore consider me a man blessed with an uncommon level of endurance for discomfort.
I hate visiting the dentist. My uncle Vanya was a dentist, and he was a deeply strange man, notwithstanding the love he felt for his pigs.
Is what?
He was a pig dentist.
Oh Gott, nein, jetzt bin ich auch tot. Ich hatte es... Ah gut, er hat gespeichert. Muss ich hier rüber? Oh, da ist gar nichts. Oh doch. Muss ich auf dieses Zahnrad drauf? Oh nein, da muss ich... Ah! Sollte für Ende sein. Was ist jetzt? Ah, das geht hoch. Der Ozean oder was immer das ist. Weiter, da ist gar nichts. Ja, doch ein einzelner Stein. Oh. Aber wir sind gleich da. Jetzt müsste die Wüste noch kommen. Oder unter Wasser. Das fehlt ja, glaube ich, auch noch.
And so to the ocean floor, and that strange submerged city, and those poor lost vessels. to find a shell case to hold all of my scavenged ingredients, the last piece I needed to construct my bomb.
Ah, yes, I have been waiting for this.
General?
I'm Ivan Ivanovich. Whilst you have rambled on and on about it, I have simply bided mine. I am a patient man, as I have said.
Yes, I don't feel I paid enough attention to the story about your toes. Do you have specially made shoes?
Enough! Now I have your full attention. Indulge me, Tavarish. Explain to me how you made this bomb.
General?
Your bomb, comrade, that you so brilliantly constructed to destroy Little Orpheus. Tell me how you made it.
Ja, wie denn? Erzähl's doch mal. Also er hat Zündschnur gefunden, ein Wecker.
Well,
In detail. The type of detail that should present no problem to a man who is actually capable of building a bomb, which I suspect would be an entirely different man to one who cheated on his entrance exams for the Kosmonaut program. You are uncharacteristically silent, comrade. Cat, got your tongue?
if I may, General, perhaps just a minute or two to gather my thoughts?
There are precious few minutes left. We have reached our conclusion, I think.
So, jetzt müssen wir in der Wüste sein.
Yes. Yes, we have, General. I gazed up at the world clock and knew I had arrived at my destination. Whatever lay inside would see my journey end one way or another. But I had no idea of the marvels that awaited me. And
The bomb, Ivan Ivanovich! Tell me how you built the bomb!
it was a wonderful sight. The world...
It is 2 minutes to midnight, Ivan. It is time to end this story.
Oh, das war's schon. Gut, dann war's mit dieser Folge. Ja, das weiß ich doch. Dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Macht's gut, liebe Freunde. Ich bin raus. Tschüss.